angels, it's Hailey Reese, and I hope that you guys are having a fantastic morning, afternoon, night, whatever it is for you when today's video finally reaches you. Today's video is kind of more of an answering of a question that I get a lot, and also talking about a lesson that I had to learn in life, and since doing so, I've really been able to tap into manifestation, law of attraction, and creating the life of my dreams again. I think it's something that's so important for so many people to learn about and recognize and keep in mind, and just something that will really assist people through life, in my opinion. And with that being said, I think it's so important for me to let you guys know that I am not an expert by any means. I don't really believe that it's possible to be a complete and total expert in this realm. We all just know as much as our experience is allowing us to. And I just share things based off of my own personal beliefs and my own personal belief system. There are people who believe the complete and polar opposite of things that I believe, and there are people who would sit here and say that what I'm saying is completely bogus, I'm sure. But this is my personal belief system, and you are entitled to your own. You're entitled to your own experience, and you're entitled to your own views and opinions on things. So with that being said, I recently got a message from one of you guys just talking about your life and how so many things were continuously going wrong that you wondered if you could perhaps be cursed, or if somebody could have put a curse on you. And we've talked a little bit about curses in the past. There's actually a lot of haunted places. It's believed that Griffith Park has a curse put on it, and there's been a lot of paranormal cases that have had to do with curses and family curses and so on and so forth. But we've never really talked about individuals being cursed, like day-to-day people having this affect their reality and their lives and their well-being. And, you know, there are people who believe that there's no possible way that a human being could curse another, and there are people who believe that it's happening all the time, and I'm personally somebody who believes that it does occur. The unfortunate thing about life that I've touched on time and time again is that where there is light, there is darkness, and where there is good people, there are also, unfortunately, bad people. And most of us kind of fall in that in-between category. We are good, but we also have our moments, and, you know, we don't really mean ill on anybody, but we're also not perfect. But there are people who do wish ill on people, even sometimes unintentionally. And that's the angle that I really want to get on in today's video, because upon talking with her in the DMs and in the messages, she said that there was nobody in her life that she could pinpoint that would ever want to do such a thing to her. That there was nobody that she could think of that would wish ill on her, but that the more great things that happen to her, the worst things that start to happen as well, and it almost soon follows after positive things. And this really resonated with me personally because I am an oversharer. If you meet me in real life, I have a very difficult time of not oversharing. I am an open book with a lot of things, and I just blab and talk, and I get excited over things and I share them, or I get hurt over things and sometimes I share them. And I feel like this was a downfall for me in this aspect of negative energy and people around me, because when really good things would start to happen, I would be so excited to tell everybody around me. And it wasn't in a bragging manner. It wasn't in a, ha, look at my life, look what I'm doing, big things. It was just that I was personally excited. And for me, one thing that I can say is I want people to succeed. I want people to be successful and happy and live their best lives. And so when somebody comes to me with great news, my immediate reaction is to just be so excited and happy with them and for them, because there's room for everybody to win. And so it never even crossed my mind for a split second that I could be opening myself up to people putting negative energy towards me and towards my life, whether intentional or unintentional, by sharing. And I kind of had a very similar experience to the Reese's Pieces I was talking to, because I would go and I would share this great news, and then things would go wrong with that great news, or things in my life would kind of go wrong, and I'd be like, why is this happening? And it wasn't until I started conversating with some incredibly spiritual people and traveling down my own personal spiritual journey that I recognized that sometimes people, whether intentional or unintentional, don't want others to succeed or be happy or to have a life that maybe they're desiring themselves. And I don't want to get into intentional curses in this video, that could be a whole other video in and of itself, and we could dive into famous cases of curses. But the big message that I want to share in today's video, and where this rant is kind of going, is sometimes when people are hurting in life and they're struggling, and then somebody around them is succeeding and doing well, there could be a little green-eyed monster in them that comes out, even if they don't mean to, that could suddenly wish ill on somebody without even recognizing it. Like, why is this person getting these things? And I'm so mad, and I just wish that they weren't. And, you know, why isn't this me? And through that intent, in an attraction and intention-based universe, it's therefore going towards the person who's succeeding, whether or not the person intended it to. And this was something that was super hard for me to fathom at the time, because I was like, how is it possible that somebody could put unintentional bad mojo on me and be messing with my life and my energy when I'm trying to do good and, you know, have good karma and put good things out? Like, why? How is that even possible? And then it hit me that I wasn't focusing daily on keeping these things out. Like, it wasn't a part of my daily routine to protect my aura, to protect my energy, to protect my space. I was just going about life and hoping that karma would do its trick and that I would never have to worry about blocking people out. But when you believe that people can curse you, or you believe that people can ruin your day or your mood or your life, you're therefore inviting that in a vibrational stance, in a vibrational way, even if you don't realize it. So it's just sad, because there's so many people who don't realize that people around them might be putting bad energy their way and wishing ill on them just by negative emotions like envy and anger and jealousy. Like, I know I said envy, but like just jealousy and wishing that it was them. Like, for example, it could be something that somebody's really passionate about and they don't mean to put a curse, but it's so triggering for them and their energy and their soul because they wanted that thing so bad. Like, let's say a woman can't get pregnant and her one desire right now in her life is to be a mom, and she really, really wants to have that baby. And then her best friend gets pregnant and, oh, it's twins. And she's like sitting there thinking, well, I can't even have one baby, and my friend's now having two. And throughout that negative thought process that she may go through, she could be putting negative energy towards her friend, even if she loves her friend and doesn't mean to. So the biggest thing that I personally had to learn where this is concerned is a couple of things. The first thing that I had to learn is the power of my own thoughts and the power of my thoughts surrounding people in my life and people in my experience in day-to-day life. Because while I say that I try to be of light and love and positivity, I'm human, and sometimes I too get angry and bitter, and I have moments of weakness, and I just get so mad. And so it just made me so much more aware of my personal thoughts and what I was creating in my energy with my thoughts. And two, it really taught me to protect my energy and to protect my aura, to protect my space, to protect my peace, and just center myself and picture a white light around me and tell myself that nobody's able to do these things to me because I refuse to allow that into my experience. And because this is different than like an actual curse, like this is an unintentional energy being placed towards me, it's much easier to be able to be like, no thanks, I don't need this in my reality. Whereas if somebody actually cursed you, you would have to go through plenty of steps to try to remove that curse. But I really just wanted to make today's video and let you guys know to be incredibly mindful of who you're sharing things with, be incredibly mindful of who you keep in your circle, who you allow into your energy. I was talking about this the other day, and I truly believe that since we're vibrational beings full of energy, it's so important to really watch who you surround yourself with. Because whether you mean to or not, you are absorbing their energy too into your experience. And I never used to understand the phrase, you are who you surround yourself with. Because when I was in high school, I was hanging out with people that were doing things that I would absolutely never do. And I loved them as people, but we just didn't share certain same beliefs. And I was like, how am I who I surround myself with? I'm nothing like these people. Like, we're different. We have different views and morals. But yet, they're in my energy, they're in my vibration, and through that experience, in a way, I am who I surround myself with. So with that being said, my whole message for today's video is a positive one, to just make sure that you're being very mindful of your space. Remember that not everybody wants to see you win, unfortunately, and it's a sad thing to learn, and I've had a hard time learning it, and honestly, I'm so ready to just push forward to 2020 where I'm just so focused on my own mental serenity and clarity and calm and peace and really find my zen again. And I was thinking today how I want to wake up every day and do an intention where I just protect my energy, protect my space, and really put good out and try to be the best that I can, because like I said, I am incredibly flawed and human, and I have made my fair share of mistakes. But I just want to encourage you guys, especially with the new year coming up, to protect your energy, protect your space, and just remember that not everybody wants to see you win. So just keep that in mind, and I don't know, I just want you guys to be successful, healthy, happy, and build a life of your dreams. I really truly mean that. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have ever had this experience where maybe somebody in your life was intentionally or unintentionally putting bad energy or bad mojo your way. How did you figure it out, and how did you choose to get rid of it? Let me know in the comments below. I love to read your guys' comments. It just means the world to me. And with that being said, that is it for today's video. If you guys are new to my channel, or you are just not yet subscribed but you do enjoy my videos, I would really love it if you would go ahead and click that subscribe button. And please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Remember, my loves, do all things with kindness, and until tomorrow, I love you guys.